Good afternoon, this is Stormcastle from Stormcastle's Comics Collectibles. I'd like to talk about the question that comics fans have all had. What if? And What If was a series that came out in the 70s and early 80s, which had titles such as What If Phoenix Not Died? What If the Avengers Fought the Kree Skrull without Rick Jones? What If Spider-Man saved Gwen Stacy? And other things such as what if Captain America was revived today? What if Wolverine killed the Hulk? Ran for, I want to say, 61 to 64 issues. And then they came out with the second series in the late 80s and early 90s, which had more recent storylines, like what if X-Men had stayed in Asgard after the X-Men annual New Mutant special? What if Kraven had killed Spider-Man from Kraven's Last Hunt? And I can't remember how many issues that was. But then in more modern times, they brought back some more, which we've seen, like what if Miles Morales, he was Captain America, Wolverine, he was Hulk, Thor, and then I guess a Tiny Adventure. I'm just giving these, so I haven't read them. And then also there's What If Dark, which this one has Loki. What if Loki found Thor's hammer? And it had there's a Venom and a Carnage. Can't remember the other ones. I've seen them, but I was only interested in the one with Loki. Walt Simonson is involved in it, and you look at the Simonson art. Other Wolf stories were like, what if Jane Foster found Thor's hammer? They thought that was one of the original ones, and nowadays, Jane Foster had the hammer. They were all really fun, inventive stories, and got to give fans, their basically have their cake and eat it too. We get to see, we know what happens in the main continuity, and we get to see these ideas that they possibly could have had, or wanted to have, and it gives a more in-depth investment in the story. Fans more enjoyable. And I know fans probably aware of the more modern iterations, but some people might be aware of the older books. And I think they're a gem that many newer fans may not even know about, and older fans may have forgotten about. It was the Disney Plus has the What If animated series. Season 1 is on. Season 2 is, I believe, is supposed to start either December or January. And it has always been a fun concept that I think that, people may want to. I wish they'd do more reprints like these True Believer ones for $1 for some of the other stories. Like I said, what if Wolverine killed the Hulk, or what if Jane Foster? If they put more of these out, I think it would draw newer fans to looking at some of the older stuff and developing a more appreciation. And honestly, I know there are a lot of older fans who never picked the books up. I used to have a long time ago most of Volume 1 and a good chunk of Volume 2, but I've moved all over the country and had downsized my collection many times. So I'm now building up, so I only have a few books now. But I think that these are something that fans would enjoy. And, maybe more compilation books of these. I'm a big Avengers fan, big Vision fan. So, of course, I had to get this one. Vision, Scarlet Witch. You see the Vision up there. Wanda, more Wanda. So I got it at a con. I'm generally a sucker for Vision and Scarlet Witch books. But I think that this is something that people should take a few minutes to go back and look for. Enjoy some of these old stories. Maybe an omnibus or two would be great. They're doing omnibuses of ROM and Micronauts, and we can do video Micronauts in the future. Coming out, that it would be nice to see some of these what if stories. Or maybe if they could go back doing a new monthly series, monthly or think actually the original one was bi-monthly, but still, it'd be nice for them to see. They could do some of the newer storylines, such as like, what if Null won King in Black, or what if Malekith wins in War of the Realms, and they can also do some classic stories if they want, things that we didn't see. I do know that they did a what if a few years ago. What if Scarlet Witch doesn't do everything she does inside the Avengers Assemble storyline, which was nice. But I really feel like this is something that we honestly would be nice to see. Now, what ifs are different than DC's Elseworlds, which are still some good stuff. I mean, Gotham by Gaslight is really amazing. Those are generally more of characters exist in a different setting, in a different place, with a different background than the what if concept of a different choice is made on the path. None of the things wrong with it. Like I said, Gotham by Gaslight was really good. Batman Red Rain, they're all good choices. But right now, I think for people out there who have not read them yet, may not know they exist, some of these what if titles, these are good stories that honestly, that some people that have never seen them might get their eyes on, and one day find something they like. Get the old conversation of the old books. I do like older books. I do like Silver Age and Bronze Age Marvel books, and actually I like Silver Age DC covers because those are amazing. But I think that what if is something that needs to come back and that fans would enjoy, and more relatively, new people could look at those old stories, and maybe do we get a new version of What If Spider-Man Rescued Gwen Stacy, written from another writer's perspective, like a take two, or a different What If Phoenix Had Not Died take two, especially after the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and X Factor #1, where they changed the essence of what the Phoenix is. Anyways, this is Stormcastle from Stormcastle's Comics Collectibles. If you've read and enjoyed some of the What If series, let me know. I'd like to hear about anybody else's favorite books in the comments. If people remember them, or if people had never heard them and now are more interested, I would really like to know. And I hope you enjoy this content. And if you share, like it, or at least share, get more people to see, I'd much appreciate it. And then have a good day and keep collecting. Thank you. Bye.